Okay, the last thing we're going to talk about is how to export views out of this program. So let's say I want to export this beautiful, beautiful design that we've made. This beautiful speculative design that critics are going to love because it's so bold, so courageous. What you do is you pick a view that you like, say like this nice aerial view, maybe a view of that stuff in the background. And what you do is you set a bookmark. So there's a little button up here. Let me turn the lights off. Called Bookmarks. If you click on that, you can add a bookmark. This saves the camera location. Let's call this one View 1. So now if you move around or whatever, you can go back to your bookmark and you're back to this view. It saves the view. One thing to note is that this view does not save the field of view, right? This angle here. So for instance, you do this, it will not change, it will not revert back to the original angle. So you're always gonna take note of what this angle here is, the field of view angle, before you do anything else. And my trick for doing that is I just simply say, this at 85, I just simply write in view 1, 85 FOV. So I remember that. This is the view and this is the field of view for that. Okay, so we have your view picked. It looks good. You want to go to this little TV looking button here. You want to go to this button called Create Snapshot. And this is all your options for exporting this view. Before you do anything else, you always want to make sure your high visual quality settings is turned on and you have the sun and at the locations you want it to be, say like this thing here. So click Create Snapshot, pick a location, I'll save my desktop, and you can save it as a PNG, TIFF, or a JPEG. I like PNG, it's a good format with a good quality to it, and just give it a name, call this one Lord, because the Lord of the Rings, whatever. And then you can set the resolution for this. And this is the fun part of this program, is you can set the resolution to however high you want it to be. And so I love doing this for renderings. So I can make my renderings like 10,000 pixels by 5,000 pixels, which would usually take in 5 hours in V-Ray. It will take a couple seconds in this program. So I do that. Let's save. Okay, that finished exporting. Now, before I do anything else, I'm actually going to do one more thing. I'm going to go to this button, then click on this analysis button here. I'm going to go to this feature themes button here. I'm going to add a theme to this. So click on the plus icon. Add a feature theme to the roads, right? Because these are roads, if you remember, right? So click OK. That's going to add a color to this. Then what I do is I turn the time to midnight, and also turn off the high visual quality. So essentially what I've done is I've created an ID channel, right? So this just makes the photoshopping process easier. So I export this again. The shortcut for exporting snapshots is Control-Shift-L. So I've hit Control-Shift-L, it just brings up the snapshot dialog. That way I don't have to navigate to this thing, click Create Snapshot. I just hit Control-Shift-L on my keyboard. I'm going to export this as JPNG, Lord, ID, save it at the same resolution. Okay, so now we're done. I'm going to bring in that in here. I'm going to bring in the ID channel, like so. I rasterize it. I use my selection tool, right? Because it's one solid color, it's easy to select that feature out. It's easy to select that feature. Increase the tolerance a bit. It's easy to select this feature, it's easy to select that feature. You can use that to isolate the buildings itself, and then you just have fun. You Photoshop away. Increase the brightness of the buildings, add some photo filters to the background, or not photo filters, this color lookup thing, which I like a lot, to change the look of this thing, whatever. Maybe give this thing a drop shadow in the background, just to give it a bit of a glow effect or something. Whatever. This is just you having fun at this point, right? So, you know, I spent like 2 seconds doing that, but you get the point, right? This is how you can start to make easy renderings straight out of this tool. As you can see, it's 10,000 by 5,000 pixels. So zoom in all you want. Zoom in all you want. It's high resolution. Look at that. Okay, and that's it.